up guys, and welcome back to a video, and today we're going to take a look at Forza's newest car in the festival playlist. At the moment it's Japanese automotive. There's two exciting new cars, and the first one is this, the Nissan Z, or 400Z as people like to call it at the moment. And then at the end of the month we've got the Toyota S800 or S600 something. What's a tiny little K car in the Japanese market. But today we're taking a look at the Z, as it's the newest from the festival playlist, where you gotta get about 40 points to get this car. So this car uses so let's get started and get into the specs. So this car has a 3 litre V6 from the old car, the 270Z. What produces 400 and 350 newton meters of torque, or foot-pounds of torque. I have no clue. And it's rear-wheel drive to a manual gearbox. I believe you can get these in autos. If you can't, who cares? It's a manual. You don't get many manuals these days. Unfortunately, if you live in, I don't know, the United Kingdom, you can't buy this car. Traditionally. Unfortunately. And I have no clue why, because it's a beautiful car in every single angle. It hovers back to some of the older Zs, so all round you've basically got the shape of the old 240Z. In the back you got the styling from the 300ZX, what's aka my favourite of the Zs. And I think the stance and most of the trains and stuff are borrowed from the last 370Z and 350Z. So let's check out the detail. So you got the traditional V6 twin turbo charge engine. Like I said, pumps out 400. Cool lights. I gotta say, Forza is one of the best games for any detail, even though this is an Xbox One game, or Series X if you got the nicer consoles. They literally capture detail, and I think this might be the only, maybe the second game to have the actual Z, because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but on Gran Turismo I think it's the Proto Z instead of the actual Z. But check out the interior. In the boots, in the trunk, or boot, you got a decent amount of space, nice detail there. Like the silver bar thing, I don't know what you call it, like maybe the abrase or something. And rivals are usually like the Toyota Super's the main rival. But I think the BMW M2 is maybe a close rival, and personally I do think the M2 might be the better car, as you can buy it here. Nice interior, got nice digital dials, manual gearbox, heated seats, lots of screens, the boost dials and stuff. It's a beautiful car. Well engineered, what I would say. Doesn't even sound too bad. So what I'm going to do is do 3 builds, 1 drag, 1 race and 1 dirt. But we're first going to take it for a little test drive. We'll get back to you in a bit. So we're going to start off with the little drive and see how it does. Like I said, it's rear-wheel drive. It is unfortunate you can't buy these in the UK. You can't even get the latest GTR, I believe. If we do get the latest GTR, yippee. But it seems like we've got not many enthusiastic cars for the United Kingdom. If you're a fan of Nissans, all you can do is buy the old GTRs. Well, they're nice cars. And also a bit lazy cars, because it hasn't changed, what, for 11 years now? Super fast. I love the colour it comes in, this yellowy, greeny colour. Sounds fruity. I do love little sports cars like this. Also, another way I might consider is the new Lotus Emira, what is actually, if it was sold here, I believe there'd probably be similar variables, because I've been out like, what, the Lotus Emira is like 60 grand. Super fast. And I think you can do a drift build. I'm just not a very good drifter. I find it hard. I'm a very good drag racer though. Because obviously, then it also, you can go and launch. Right, launch doesn't usually access very well. But with that, we will... Let's see what we can do with the upgrades. Here we are in the upgrade menus. So we're gonna start off, see what powertrains we got. So you got the standard 3 litre V6. I'll rev all the engines for you. You've got the 3.2 litre inline 6. That's probably sounds like it's from some sort of BMW. Or maybe it's DRB from the Nissans, but I think that's later. And then you got a 6.2 litre V8 from any American car. Personally, it sounds wrong. And then you got the 3 litre 2JZ from the Toyota Supra. Well, it feels like it's in every single car in this game. Then you got the V6 from the actual GTR. Well, I might change it out for the race build. Might start off with the dirt build. And then you got the GTR engine, I think this is it, yeah, for 2.9. I'm going to start off the build by using the standard engine. You can also swap it to all-wheel drive or wheel drive. If we're doing a rally build, we put in all-wheel drive. It's not so weird, because Nissan did do the rally car in the, what was it, like the 70s, the old car? And then there's another one in with the 370Z by the Forest person. Up here you got, well, no body mods, but I don't really expect it from this car. It's brand new. It's our first 2023 car on Forza. Give it time, maybe there'll be a body kit in the game later, or in the next motorsport, what I'm excited for. Then you can remove the spoiler, what looks hideous. Is it just me, or anytime you remove a spoiler from a car, it looks strange? We'll stick with the classic spoiler. So then you got your traditional tyre compounds. I'm going to put off-road tyres. You could go from 255 up to 285. I'm going to go for that. Rear's 275, that's very wide. But I can make it wider by 295. Rims, I don't know if I want to change them. I'm not a huge fan of changing aftermarket wheels. I usually like stock wheels more. the tyres wider, 21 inch. I know realistically you wouldn't do this to off-road build, but it's my build. Do a wider track. Well, we're moving on to internal mods, so you got the 2 air intakes. Then you got your traditional stuff. Max these out. Right, here's the different tones of the exhaust. That makes it sound like a GTR bit. And if you need to switch out the GTR engine, the 3 litre there sounds like a GTR. And you got pounds. Now here's the big deal. Let's see how fast. So we've got 679 horsepower in the turbos at the moment, and we can get this up to 837 horsepower. That's a ton. That's as much as the brand new Countach. Then we put intercooler, usuals. I'm gonna put bore rates. Let's just lower it. Weighs 1,655 kilograms, and I had to check with the other 2 Zs, apart from the Nismo because I'm not owning that one. But this weighs 55 kilograms. What's only 100 grams more than the old 350, and I think it's ever so slightly less heavy than the new car. But we could take that down to 1,300 kilograms. That's light. Right. Then we put an anti-roll bar. I'm going to leave the roll cage because that puts more weight on the car. Drivetrain. Drift. I'll just leave it stock. Put weight in diff. We put off-road differential. £71,000, and we got 875 horsepower. Remember guys, this is just one of our 3 builds we're gonna do. And before I take it out on a nice off-road circuit, let's check out the paint colours you can get on the new Z. You could get it in yellow, a cool colour, and blue. Right, I'm going to make my own colour. I think white looks especially good on this car. Possibly. Right, if we go into the special categories, we go to the matte section, and I want to put a nice matte white on here. Now that looks sick. And then for the hood, you can paint it black, what makes it look weird. You can't paint the door mirrors, so you're going to have them in gloss black, match the roof. Spoiler, you can paint in black. I'm going to do that in carbon fibre to make it a bit more premium. Then rims, I'm not too fan of the gold rims unless it's with that nice yellow or blue or this white. So I'm going to switch them out, skip through all the Hot Wheel colours. I don't think carbon, possibly this nice grey. Also, I don't know how I feel about this new Nissan badge they've been having on the car. And on most new Nissans we got at the moment. It's not my favourite. Fun fact though, under the hood it's got the old Nissan badge. As even though there's the new Nissan badge on the outside. What's funny? So I get back to you when I find my dirt circuit. Right, here we are at the Tapala Trails with the Z. I'm gonna take this on. Here we are back. And fun fact, I think this is like the third new Nissan we actually got in the Forza franchise. The other two we got in this game was the Sentinel, what was from Forza Horizon 4, what was copied over to this game. And then the next one was this pickup truck dune buggy thing, what was a cool car added and I wasn't expecting. And also counting the Nissan Nismo Z. Well, we have two Z's in this game, that is fun. But here we are, let's take our Nissan Z round this track. It's a beautiful car. So shame it ain't here. The only thing I think I'd probably own besides this is maybe the new 2023 Golf R, just because it's a hatchback and it's bigger and better. And surprisingly shocking how fast it was on one of them speed trails in Carwell. All the other car companies with live bunkers. Right, let's see what we can do. So if it's dark. And there's the Toyota Super, one of the brand new cars. It is unfortunately we can't get this. Right, great. Look at the window on that Porsche. Oh, that's a big car. Now, I don't know about you guys, but let me know in the comments below how excited you are for the next motorsport. I'm extremely excited, even though you're not. Also, I've got to mention, if you don't own a Series X, don't worry. There's something called cloud gaming. What the Xbox One games. So if you can't play a Series X, then you get the Series X experience. Rather, the cloud game is probably one of the best features on the Xbox consoles, and this is why I'm an Xbox version and not a PlayStation version. Others when Xbox a far better experience. But that game does look exciting, and I'm looking forward for another track racer game. And I'm crossing fingers the Top Gear test track will make a return. But for this car, it's extremely fast around here. And another great bit is light. It's nice to chuck around the bend. You can just do anything. It's extremely fast. corner. Probably not the best because it did wobble a bit, but that is a very good rally car. It's probably actually one of the more fun cars I had in this game. And it beated its biggest rival, the Super, and the Cayenne, and the BRZ, and whatever, and the TV algorithm. What? Kind of looks like the Z. And the Super. I'll get back to you guys with the next build, and that's going to be the drag car. On the next build, I am going to change out the 3 litre V6 to what I believe is going to be the most powerful engine, and that's the 2JZ. We are going to... I'm going to make it a rear-wheel drive drag car. I don't usually do this, but... hey, let's see what's going on. We want... drag racing compounds, skinny tyres at the back, and thick boys at the rear. And that's no. Oh god. Right. Oh, it didn't say, did it? What? We're gonna get put the 2J rear-wheel drive, drag racing tyres, no, we want skinny tyres at the front because that makes a perfect drag car. And then we max this all out. We get this up, bump this up to 1,017 horsepower. That to 1,270 horsepower. Everything else I'm going to leave as it is. We got up to 1,270 horsepower. Unfortunately, it is only in it's at S2 class, but the lower end, so it won't compete with, I don't know, the King, the Lamborghini Diablo. But it should do. On the left G is less than I had it before. It's weird, yeah. And it weighs a bit more. About 10 kilograms. So with that, I'll be back with you when I get to the drag circuit. We're going to see how it does go down the quarter mile. That means I'm going to use a blueprint. I'm going to use AR12. The person who does the most, one of the best game videos, and makes me chuckle every time. And yeah. So yeah, if you, I totally forgot how to do the game code. So oh yeah, first, if you want the share code, there it is. And with that, let's get into the race and see how fast the Z of the best car generation at the moment. It seems like it's a battle between them. Anime, I feel like it's Japanese sports cars coming back we have the new Z, we've got the Toyota Super. All we need is a Mazda RX-7 or RX-8 and a Honda S2000. Then we've got like the complete roster of modern sports cars. Timer, get set, go. Oh. That is extremely fast. 8.2 seconds. That's blithering quick. That is the quickest I've ever been, and it's extremely good car. Right, with that extremely good time, we are going to now do a race build, and then I'll be ending the video. So we get the final build start. We're going to use a V6 from the GTR. So I catch you when I finish the build. Emerald Circuit. I do like to say, I think this is going to become one of my new favourite cars in the game. Not my top tier, I think my favourite's going to be the new CL what came out at Christmas. Or maybe the Aventador SVJ. Just because Lamborghinis are my favourite car manufacturer. And I find them a big deal. But out of all the other cars we had recently in the game, this has become one of my absolutely favourite cars. Good styling. Brilliant handling. And it's nice to see cars what you can't get in this country. Or Europe. But you can, what other people around the world get. It'd be nice if we get more cars like this. Like the Nissan Century, we definitely don't get that car in England. But we do get in, probably do get in America. Or whatever other country there are. Geography's not my strongest point. Oh, there's another Z. Let's see how well this does as a little race car. But that's not as good as it was as the rally build. Slidey as anything. Apologies guys, my controller decided to die, so I had to get another controller. But as I was saying, yeah, this car is not the best handling out of all of them. It feels very heavy at the front with this engine. Should get through. Ooh. No one has sword. No. That fail. Ooh. Yeah, there's the Super. Actually, to be fair, even though most people hate the new Super, I don't mind the look of the Super. Apart from the fake vents, what they could smooth out. Still a good looking car. I don't know if I would take this online. I'm pretty sure I would get battered and beaten by anyone who uses any of the cheaty cars, like a Bone Shaker. But with Sicey's handling, it's a very good car. Yeah. Also, I think there's rubber banding happening in Forza. Yeah, I don't like this car as the race car. Maybe if I'd done a different engine instead of this V6, maybe I might be fine, but it feels way too heavy in the front. Ooh. And you can feel it. Or maybe I have to do something with the gearing. I'm getting beaten by its rival, the Toyota Supra. Yeah, unfortunately I can't beat that. It's a good... It's alright, but not the best at this race. I probably should have used, I don't know, the RB26. On the level on this skyline. So where does this leave me with the brand new Nissan Z? Should you go off and get this car? Or should you hold back and wait for it to return? Maybe if Forza adds the Horizon, what was it? Backstage? Horizon Backstage or something? I recommend you should go ahead and get this car because it's a super cool car, very unique in every single way, and you're possibly not going to see any more cars like this if the other updates have been like the last update from last year's, where we basically had cars copy and paste from the previous game and we get like 1 or 2 cool new cars. And personally, it is one of the more beautiful sports cars ever made, and if you live over here, you might not see another car like this. Thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, and until next time, goodbye.